Welcome back to a very frustrated second chapter. For anyone that cares, there's been a change. No more 4K. No more. I've tried to do this video already once, and the crashes got a little bit more aggressive. They got to the point where couldn't use the board, couldn't use my notebook, so I gave up. 1440 from now on. Hopefully that holds steady. And they are easily replicated bugs too, easily replicated crashes that happen every time on 4K, but at 1440 or 1080p, they don't happen. So hopefully it's smooth sailing from now on at 1440. That's what we'll go with for now. Hopefully Charles in the Sky III doesn't have this problem. If I'll try it again when we get to that, and hopefully there aren't issues there, but who knows. Alright, so I did Carl's request. I went and fought some extra battles over on Trat Plains Road. Let's report our findings to him. Hey, come to report? Yeah, we fought the battles. Well then, allow us to report the results to date. Olivier reported the current results of the test to Carl. Yeah, seems like you fought enough. Man, it looks like you worked pretty hard too. Thanks. As but a humble assistant, it was the least I could do. So, Olivier, were there any problems? No, absolutely no problems. Stable trajectory, and a perfectly centered balance. I'm eager to see a fine piece of work like this out on the market. Phew, thank goodness. You have no idea how relieved I am to hear that. Alright, seems like I can finally see the production phase on the horizon. Oh, it's not going to be mass produced yet? It looks like it's pretty done from my point of view. No, it still needs a bit more time. Now I need to hone in on the fine details for the manufacturing. And I'm able to do that because of the results you got me from this test. This new info should make further research fly ahead. Keep up the good work. A new model orbital gun. I'll be expecting great things. Yeah, look forward to it. Alright, one sec before you go. Huh? Was there something else? Yeah, take this with you. It was bothering me a bit that the reward was kinda meager. Well, think of this as making up for that. It's not a bad thing to have a bit of, so please, take it. Ah, yeah, thanks. We'll be glad to use it. Well then, if anything else comes up, I'll call you guys. You all take care. See you later. So the hit quartz is your reward for doing all the extra stuff. Going above and beyond. But mainly I care about the bracer points. That quartz doesn't matter. Right, let's go back to the guild. We now have, what, all 5 quests to turn in for Kilika. And we'll advance the main story a little bit too. Report in about what we found at Wolf Fort. And Sanctum too. Tita, Professor, what are you doing here? Oh, Estelle, hi. Oh, perfect timing. We're done investigating the earthquakes, but, what are those machines there? Good of you to ask, my dear. These are the little things I promised you earlier. You can get to that in a moment. First, you did, I assume, investigate the Sanctum Gate earthquake? I'd like to hear what you discovered both there and at the Wolf Fort. Right, okay, so Estelle reported what they had learned at the fort, the gate, and in the city. So the earthquakes grow stronger with each occurrence, eh? This is quite serious, assuming the rate of growth you describe is constant. Yeah, one even stronger than the Sanctum one hitting the city would be really, really bad. And the man in sunglasses seen at all 3 locations. I would say it is all but certain that man is an agent of Ouroboros. Given that, I think helping Professor Russell with his experiment is in our best interest. Ah, I see. Those devices the professor brought will let us fight back with the power of science, Precisely so. These are septium vein measuring instruments I developed years ago. When placed properly on the ground, they can monitor the flow of a septium vein in real time. Septium, I know I always ask these questions, but what's a septium vein? They're huge veins of septium ore that run deep beneath the surface of the Earth. The energy flowing along them slowly moves the surface. In the past, they were referred to as both Earth veins and Spirit veins, and I believe in the East they're called the Dragon veins. Very knowledgeable, just so. The people of the East have built their greatest cities on places where dragon veins converge since time immemorial. The ideal has always been to gather the energy of the land and use it to give strength to the nation. Oh, okay then. I learned something. So these devices can stop earthquakes then? No, I'm afraid not. These will only monitor the flows passively. However, one leading theory is that earthquakes are caused in part by septium vein flows bending the earth. If we monitor the veins, therefore, we may be able to discover something about what's causing these blasted quakes. I see. That means we need to make sure to set these up before another earthquake occurs. Given that you brought 3 devices, I take it you have 3 spots in mind, Professor? I do. Take a look at the map. So, I need you to set these up in 3 locations in this region. Firstly, on the northern Trat Plains, where the stone circle is specifically. Next, smack dab in the middle of the Chaldea Tunnel. From here, it's near the first bridge. And finally, in front of Lyson Fortress. Here, here, and here. That's where I need you to place the devices. Okay, I've got that all down. So we just need to set them on the ground? I'm afraid it isn't quite that easy. You'll need to insert the sensor needle into the ground at the right angle and also tune the antenna. An antenna? A transmission device, you mean? So these devices will transmit the information gathered to another location? Ha, you're sharp. The antenna will send the data to our calculating orbit, the Capel, so we can easily analyze the septium veins' movements. With the Capel, we can monitor all 3 locations at once. That sounds pretty cool, I guess. Will you be coming with us to help us set this stuff up, Professor? No, I need to prepare the Capel for all this. Tita knows what to do. She can help you. I get to work with Estelle again. Alrighty, Tita's worth her weight in Mira anyway. You don't mind, right, Shara? Not at all. Welcome aboard, Tita. Thanks, Miss Shara. Well then, I need to start tuning the Capel. Once you've placed all the measuring instruments, head to the operations room in the central factory. Will do. Work hard, Grandpa. So we need to get all 3 set up before the next earthquake. Let's get to it. Before that, coordinating a group this large would be a little difficult. We should leave someone here in reserve while the rest of us handle the mission. Your combat party may only be made up of 4 people. From here on out, when the time comes to form a party, you may choose members aside from any story-mandated members. Alright, let's take Ollie, because he's 1 level lower. Very well, I'll be on the 2nd floor. If you need me at any time, don't hesitate to ask. It's also easier on my voice to have at least 1 dude on the party. Reserve party members will be on the 2nd floor of the guild house. By speaking with them, you may swap them out with any party members who aren't mandatory. These should be okay then. Let's see. So we need to set up instruments in the tunnel, on the North Plains, and in front of Lyson Fortress. Is there any order we should tackle that in? I shall leave that to your judgment. I will, however, contact Lyson ahead of you. If we explain our circumstances, I cannot imagine that they will take issue with our gathering data in front of their gate. Good idea. Away we go then. Tita, sweetie, we're counting on you. I'll do my best. See, yeah, like, adding Tita makes it harder on my voice. Alright, so thank goodness I can read this sign without it frickin' crashing the game. So we got 4 new quests: Part Search, Eliminate the Peeping Tom, Trat Plains Monster, and Soldat Army Road Monster. Alright, so Part Search from Eric. Some orbit parts have gone missing in the central factory. Recruiting persons to help search. For details, visit Eric at the Central Factory 1st floor maintenance desk. Eliminate the Peeping Tom. Recently, we've had rumors of a Peeping Tom around the open baths at the Elmo Hot Springs. I'd like someone to come to Elmo when they have some time. For details, inquire at the front desk of the Maple Leaf Inn. Right, another monster. Dangerous monster Yaka has been sighted on the Trat Plains. Bracers affiliated with this rancher has to respond immediately to this threat. Item of note: monster specializing in blood-sucking abilities. Has high recovery abilities. And another one. A dangerous monster, Bloody Saber, has been sighted on the Soldat Army Road. Bracers affiliated with this rancher has to respond immediately to this threat. Item of note: will roar before dying, and that roar invigorates its allies. It's one of those pupper ones. Alright, let's get a move on. But first, let's equip Tita with some basic gear. I'm going to have to mess with her orbment off camera. I'll leave the accessories where they are for now. Just like, who cares? She doesn't really need them at the moment. Let's see, so we're going to Lyston, Caldia Tunnel, and one in the Trap Plains. I kind of forgot where the Trap Plains one is. So let's first go over to the fortress, because I think there's going to be a monster on the way there, right? That's where the Soldat Road is. I have right camera controls back. It's so good. Look at it. It's beautiful. Get motion sickness from it. Yeah. Now, did I put my orbment back on, or my quartz back on a cell? I did. Cool. So, like, the voice acting thing, which I'm not good at, obviously, but when I picked Shara at the beginning of the game, I was like, Shara makes more sense for, like, story purposes than Agate. Then I forgot that I had to, like, voice Shara all the time in scenes where it's like Estelle, Shara, Chloe, and now, like, Kilika. It's like too many women in the scene. This is really hard. I was like, shit, I should have taken Agate. I knew it. Whenever I play the game again someday, I will undoubtedly finally take Agate with me. I'm sure Tita would have preferred me to take Agate. Let's see here. Where's our monster? It should be somewhere on the road. No big deal if I make it to the gate first. Oh, there it is. It's right in the middle of it. Let's go, pupper. Okay, so in other words, because it's the only one of its kind, we should probably take out the other ones first. Let's use a little quick draw. Let's see if I can hit multiple enemies besides the dogs. So if I can, like... No, it's too big. Ollie's too good. Well, I can do this. Wait, can I maybe do something like this? No. Alright, whatever. That'll do. Let's use Hurricane. Let's see, can I angle it? Can I, like, pull off the same thing? I can get the back too. No damage. The creepy sheep's gone loco. That's a great one. Oh, I was stupid. I was still on my skill. I was on my my craft. Just wasted like 30 CP with a cell. Alright. I don't think I have to talk to anyone here at Lyston. I think I can just do it. Assuming Kilika did call ahead. Lyston Fortress. I know we were just here to help with the training, but it still makes me feel kind of nostalgic. I kind of thought that too. It was night when we were here last, so it feels different though. Happier maybe? That's right. You actually broke into Lyston to rescue the professor, didn't you? Assailing the unassailable fortress. You don't do things by half measures, Estelle. Why, really now? You planned something that fun and you didn't contact me at all? Such fickle friends. Why wouldn't you extend an invitation to something so thrilling? And why exactly would we call you of all? Anyway, let's get the measuring thingy set up. I think it would be wise to get permission from the gate guard before placing anything in front of the fort. Kilika should have called ahead of us, so I doubt this will take long. Alright then. Looks like I do have to talk to this dork. This is Lyston Fortress, the headquarters of the Royal Army. I'm sorry, but civilians are not permitted to enter at this time. I'll have to ask you to leave the premises at once. But we're from the Bracer Guild. Is this the same dude? I don't know. Samuel, you can go back and look at the end of the video 2 videos ago and find out whether or not this is the same guy. He should recognize us, right? Oh, right, you folks. Commander already passed down word. You need to place some form of measuring device near the gate, right? Kilika is quick and thorough, as usual. So, do you mind if we go ahead and place the device? You have permission, so go right ahead, wherever you want. Well, anywhere except the road itself, if you don't mind. We would prefer to keep that open for vehicle traffic. Sure, no problem. Okay, let's find a good place. Okay. Probably somewhere off to the right side. Oh, it's going to do it automatically. Alright, Tita, where should we put this thing? Let me think. So, if we're not allowed to put it on the road... There's a light nearby, but I think this should be far enough away, I think. And Zeiss is in that direction, so the angle... Yep, this will be perfect. I know it's right in front of the sign, but right here's the best spot for it. Should we set it up? Okay, I'll start setting it up. Give me just a minute. All done. Whoa, so this is what it looks like when it's all together? Wow. What's this dish-like thing? Oh, that's a kind of antenna for broadcasting orbital waves called a parabolic antenna. It puts out really powerful orbital waves that can cover really long distances. It can even broadcast from inside a place like the Caldia Tunnel. A most impressive tool. I don't recall seeing anything like this at the corner tool shop. Well, I don't think it's for sale anywhere yet. It's one of Grandpa's inventions though, so I bet the central factory will start selling them pretty soon. Lovely. Oh, Linheim, is that your interest in technology showing? Why, whatever do you mean, dear Shara? I certainly don't know. I guess I'm too much of a country girl to appreciate how incredible it is. This thing will transmit earthquake info to us though, right? Not yet. I haven't started it up yet. Just need to flip the switch. Yay! Now it works! Great work, Tita. That antenna looks easy to break, but I guess monsters aren't going to be a problem around here, huh? And this machine repels monsters like the road lamps. I don't think there'll be a problem with placing them anywhere else either. No worries then. Cool. Well, it looks like you're certainly keeping busy. Huh? Hey, it's Cassius. Dad? Why, Cassius, hello. Hello, Estelle, everyone. It's been a while. I know it's a little late, but good work with your training, Estelle. Hey, good work? You don't know the half of it. What are you doing here anyway, Dad? Well, I am a member of the military, just in case you forgot. This is the strategic headquarters for the Royal Army, so most of the Army brass works here. Oh, okay. Now I remember. You've been placed in charge of the Army as a whole, correct? Yes, thanks in no small part to Morgan absolutely refusing to let go of the idea. In the end, let's say it came down to a battle of wills, and I lost. Thanks to that, I've not had a moment's rest in days, weeks. I can't even track the passage of time anymore. Sorry to hear that, Cassius. Oh, you work like that because you know you enjoy it, Dad. I have to admit though, seeing you in a uniform again felt weird as heck at first, but now I've gotten used to it. You really look at home in it, Dad. Naturally. You realize, of course, that you gaze upon he who was once the great dandy of the Royal Army. Even Richard wasn't half the lady killer I was. Knew it, too. I'm sure Mom would be thrilled to hear that, Dad. I'm still glad. I'd heard you were really busy, so I've been a little worried, but it looks like you're okay. I'm surviving, at least. Anyway, Jean passed along the report from the guild. So, they've begun moving already. You found one in Rouen. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we found one. A foot soldier of Ouroboros. As the report stated, their members are, to be blunt, Cassius, they're absolutely terrifying. Does the military have any contingencies in place to deal with the society? Honestly, if I could put together an agency to replace the intelligence division, that'd help. I've only just gotten the regular army and the border garrison welded back together, and cohesive though, and that was a challenge. For the moment, we've little choice but to rely on the resources of the guild to investigate. I'm hoping you can look into these bizarre earthquakes we've been having while you're at it. Understood, sir. So, you're relying on me for once, Dad? Don't worry, I'll shower you in filial piety, and success, too. Haha, first time you've ever said something like that, Estelle. You look very good, too. You really have become much more of a true bracer. I'm sure Joshua would be impressed as well. Oh, I guess so. General Bright. That's Sid. Oh, Major Sid. Colonel Sid. Oh? Sounds like you've met recently. Yes, sir. It was during the special training I mentioned. It was a huge success thanks to them. I see. It's good you took the initiative so well in my absence. Now that you're Lieutenant Colonel, I'll be expecting even greater things from you, you know. Otherwise, I'll never be able to properly retire. Well, we can't have you retiring too early, sir. At least wait until General Morgan is retired first. And that'll be when he keels over at his desk, most likely. Anyway, Lieutenant Colonel, it sounded like you had some business with me. Yes, sir. General Morgan will be arriving earlier than expected. He is due at the landing port within the hour. For the love of... That man has exactly zero patience, I swear. As you can see, I have a meeting with some of the brass to attend. I'm sorry we can't talk longer, Estelle. No, it's okay. I'm glad we got the chance to chat, even for a little bit. So am I. Shara, I doubt I need to ask it of you, but please continue to watch over Estelle. She's a senior bracer now, but she still lacks experience. Don't worry, Cassius. You can count on me. I see you're keeping up the hard work too, Tita. I imagine she can be a dunderhead of a sister sometimes, but help Estelle out as best you can, okay? I will, I promise. Oh, about the analysis of the gospel unit. Grandpa said he found, an unexpected hint. I think he'll want to talk to you soon. I see. Sounds like we can expect some headway soon. Give my best to the professor when you see him. I will. Olivier's with you too? Thank you for helping my daughter. I know you have your own business. Thank you for putting it aside for a moment. Your thanks are unnecessary, Mr. Bright. I'd not miss the next chapter in our little opera for all the world. Well, as you wish. Just be sure not to neglect your own mission. Fear not, my friend. I haven't forgotten. What's all that? Well, if you'll pardon me. I won't have time to do much to help you directly, but if you find something too big for the guild, contact me anytime. I'll help you out as much as I possibly can. Yeah, I'm counting on you if it happens, Dad. Good luck with your work. I'll need it to keep Morgan off my back. Let's go, Lieutenant Colonel. Sir. Looks like Dad's even busier than I thought. We'll need to do our part as the guild and more. Indeed. Now then, let's find some answers and show Cassius just what we can do. We should be all done here. We should go set up the next instrument. Right. And off we go. Oh, I want to check something really quickly. Let's see here. The training one. Does it say still what the term is? I don't think it does. Client paid difficulty. I guess it doesn't show anymore. I'll have to go back and look. I was curious as to like what the term for completing that training mission was. Because I was thinking to myself, is it possible to come do it after Cassius comes back? Maybe not. Maybe it was short term. Like I know when we got into the fortress, Estelle said it was like nostalgic being back in Leiston. Which is like weird because she's the only one, or was the only one at the time in the party that would know what that's like. Unless I had picked Agate as a partner, because Agate was with us too. So I was then wondering like, well, if you can come back here later than I did it, and still do the mission, then you'd have the opportunity to have Agate and Tita with you at the same time to do the mission, assuming you picked Agate as your partner. Then it would be more appropriate, right? Because then you'd have 3 of the 4 people that were with you on that license mission. Alright, so we still need to go... Oh, right. I remember where they told us to go for the Trat Plains one. It's in the Stone Circle area. That's easy to find. We still have other quests though. So this one's at the factory. This one's at Elmo. It's really close by. This is another one on the Trat Plains Road. So let me try to multitask as thank God I have the cloak thing on because I'm not even looking at the screen right now. Let's see. This way goes to, I think this one goes towards the Stone Circle. Are you the monster? No, they're just guys like that around. So I don't entirely know where this Trat Plains Road monster is. So I'm gonna try to like look off the screen and try to figure out where it is. It's the second one, gotta remember that. Oh! Alright, I figured it out. It's near the village. So we knock that out and go to the village at the same time. That's right, this is where the book from the records room was hidden. Oh yeah, look at that unique dialogue. The Stone Circle is still spooky as ever, I see. They seem to have erected with purpose, but I believe they predate even ancient Zemuria. They are quite simple. Someone simply built stones and stood them up. The Zemurians, the ancient culture that prospered on orbital power and disappeared. The tetracelic towers in the sealed area beneath Grand Cell Castle are both Zemurian, right? So we believe, at least. This little circle certainly doesn't seem similar to those grand places. Grandpa told me once that there is a really strong septium vein running beneath this area. He thought this place might have been important to a religion a really long time ago. Which means it's a good place for examining the flow of a septium vein. I get it. Where should we put the measuring instrument, though? Let's see. The ground here looks pretty solid, and it's not in the ruins. Direction is good. Estelle, it'll work great right here. Should we set it up? Okay, I'll start setting it up. Give me just a minute. All done? Well, flip the switch as hard as you can. Flipping. Monsters. What? What the? Such a monstrous display. They must be attracted to the inactive quartz in the device. We've no other choice. Defend yourselves! Oh, you picked the wrong person to mess with today. Oh, I can't get all 5 of them. Oh well. Sheep punch. And it's doing Sepith damage for 0 points. That takes a little bit of the drama out of it, doesn't it? Alright, with that crit, it did 4 damage. Let's see here. Sylphin Whip 2. Bye. Oh boy, I think we got them all. Those were definitely the nastiest creepy sheep-like thingies I've ever fought. Those darn dirty calculating. Those monsters must be one of the new breeds Elnan mentioned. That was scary. Tita, are you injured? If you get hurt, I'll be happy to treat you. Just let Big Brother Olivier know. I'm okay, you all protected me. More importantly, I need to flip the switch. Yay! Now it works. Good work, Tita. That's 2 instruments in place, either way. Shall we go place the last one? Okay. Alright, nothing else really here. Not touching that chest. Fear of monsters. Interesting conversation about like the origins of this place. I mean, given what I know about the Trail series, that place is real old. Whoever made that. We're talking super old. No, this is to Wolf Fort. So I need to go all the way back into the main road towards Elmo. Yeah, because, like, I don't like the terminology that was used in that conversation either. I feel like that could use, like, some re-editing and touching up, because it's a little confusing. To call, like, say, like, oh, it's Zemurian. Like, no, it's not Zemurian. It's ancient Zemurian. Everyone's Zemurian. Everyone here is Zemurian. Zemuria is just the continent. So to say something's ancient Zemurian, it means it predates the Septian calendar, meaning it's like over 1,200 years old. But that stone circle, I would say, oh, here's the monster. That stone circle, I would say, is well over that even, given that I have a loose idea of what Liberl would look like about 1,200 years ago. And it wouldn't look like that. Don't like the fact that I just missed. Alright. Oh, Tita, you're so useful with your massive frickin' circle attack. Get out of here. Let's see here. Alright, it's 2 down. And we still need to get, alright, there's the parts one and the Peeping Tom one. And the Peeping Tom one's right nearby. We gotta go over to the village, which we haven't been to in a while. Not in this game, anyway. Oh, chest. River Snail. I once heard on the playground that if you check a certain chest enough, they'll give you all the items and as much mirror as you can hold. What if, though? No, that's not true. It's lies. Trust me, my dad works at Xseed. My uncle works at Falcom. Oh, welcome. I see little Tita's with you. Hi, Mrs. Mal. Long time no see, Mrs. Mal. Why, hello, Estelle. It has been a while. You're looking more and more grown up every time I see you. You think so? Madam, thank you for your care the other day. Oh, I thought I'd recognized you. If it isn't Olivier, what brings you back so soon? Huh? I have my reasons. For now, I've been accompanying Estelle as a supporter. Do you two know each other? We do. He stayed here not that long ago. He's the first customer we've ever had that played a lute in the baths. I guess you do the same thing everywhere. But of course, 'tis the sacred duty of all those dedicated to the arts. Time and location mean nothing to one who serves the goddess of beauty. Yeah, but playing your lute in the buff? And now that image is in my head. Ew. Come on, Estelle. Well, always good to see you again. How about staying for a while? We'd love to, but don't you have a job for us? A job? Oh, that thing I contacted the guild about, eh? That's the one. Something about a peeping Tom creeping about? Yeah, that's right. If you've got a minute, I'd like you to investigate it immediately. Do you guys have time right now? Yeah, no problem. Would you mind if we got right to the explanation? Apparently, someone's been peeping on my guests. It's a recent thing, but I've heard tell from a number of my female guests in particular. I won't stand for it, so I contacted the guild. Peeping Toms? Totally gross. When I find him, I'm gonna rearrange his face with my staff. Have you been able to get any specific details from your guests? It'd be helpful if they'd seen the criminal. No, nothing that clear. They've been reporting things like the feeling that someone's watching them or strange sounds. Might it only be a misunderstanding of some sort? I thought so too at first. But like I said before, I keep getting those same reports again and again. At this point, I can't just toss it aside saying it's a coincidence. That's certainly true, but it's kind of a problem. It's not even clear that this is a case, really. There's no way we can investigate properly with any specifics. Well, if it isn't clear, then we just have to put it to the test. It'd be hard to make an arrest unless we were to catch the perpetrator red-handed. So why not? Test? Put what to the test exactly? Isn't it obvious? We'll take a bath ourselves. You want us to be bait to lure out the criminal? Well, it's better than just waiting for the peeping Tom to appear. You alone would be, but with me and Tita around, no man could possibly resist taking a peek. Yeah, well, excuse me for not being sexy enough. Do not be disheartened, fair Estelle. What you lack in seductiveness, you more than make up for in raw nobility. Ah, give me a break. Even Tita's laughing at me. No, I wasn't laughing at you. I was just kinda happy. It's been a while since the two of us took a bath together. Sounds sweet enough, sure. But, you do know this is a totally exploitative bait plan, right? I think Tita's on the right track. Forgetting we're working a case would make it a bit more natural, no? Let's just think of it as a short vacation and let our hair down. Alright, you wouldn't mind lending us your bath, would you, ma'am? Yeah, use it as you like. I'll reserve it entirely for you for a bit, so you four go warm yourselves up. Thanks, Mrs. Mao. Phew, I guess we're really doing this. Is everyone ready? Wait, who the heck put you in charge? In charge? You flatter me, but I'm merely eager to be back in the spring's fevered embrace. My last visit is still quite fresh in my mind, so it's only natural that I, expert as I am, should guide you. That's what your mouth says, but you totally intended to casually follow us into the changing room, huh? Whatever could you mean? If you think you can keep pulling the same old tricks, you've got another thing coming, mister. Girls, you go on ahead. I have a little escort job to the men's changing room to take care of first. Thank you. Sorry, Olivier, but we'll be going ahead. See you at the outdoor bath? Well, fine. I'll return this favor at the bath when... If you do return the favor, my staff is going somewhere sensitive. And I will hand you over to the guild as the peeping Tom. Yes, ma'am. Understood. It's so relaxing. Yep, outdoor baths are the best. It truly is a paradise. If I just had a drink, it'd be perfect. Hey, Shara, it doesn't matter much, but aren't you gonna let your hair down? I think not. This way I can don my clothes and jump out quickly, no? If I let it down, it'll take time to tie it back up. Oh, good point. Who knows when the criminal might show up after all. Still, it is a pity. I am sure Shara washing her hair would be most charming. You'll have to get that in another time. I see. Well then, perhaps for a next chance I shall invite you to a top-class spa in my homeland. What is it, Estelle? Huh? Nothing. It's just a little suspicious, you know? Huh? Suspicious? Do you mean me and Olivier? Yeah. You idiot, there's nothing. He's a drinking partner, that's all. I am afraid I shall have to humbly refrain from accepting that title. Really? Sometimes the way you two talk feels like you're sharing a secret. It really feels like you understand each other, so yeah, I'm curious. Ah, I see. So that's why this came up all of a sudden. Unfortunately, that's a work thing. There are circumstances. Circumstances? Yes, but I'll explain it another time. This isn't the time to get sidetracked on other things. We're here to investigate, so we need to focus on the task at hand and be a bit more aware of our surroundings. Ah, you're dodging the subject. However, it seems coincidence is a fearsome thing. We really must be on our guard, right now in fact. Whoa! Is the peeping Tom here? You see that bush to the north, right, Estelle? Check it, but move very carefully so you're not noticed. Got it. It does look like something's there. Perhaps it's our peeping Tom. Now then, what shall we do? Even if we wanted to try and apprehend him, we cannot lay a finger on him from here. Yeah, someone needs to get out first and go around. Estelle and I will go around behind him. Olivier, Tita, draw the enemy's attention. Okay. Understood. Well then, let's... wait, what? What is it? Look, they're gonna run! Hey! Wait! Estelle, after them! Got it! Hiya! Finally shown yourselves, huh? Let's get to the punishing, shall we? Oh, they started off already doing arts or something. I don't know what's going on with them. That's not a good sign. Can I hit them? Or did I just get unlucky? What's going on? Let's go with hearts of our own. Looks like they are evading physical. Right, Tita doesn't have much. Alright, looks like they're gonna dodge physical attacks, I think, anyway. Let's test this out. Yeah, so hopefully Cheryl will do a lot of damage here. Going loco. Yeah, they're still not going to do damage to me, though. Hopefully this hits. I don't know what their deal is. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this entirely. They fused together to form the real enemy. So stupid. No, not arts. I missed. Super sheep punch with the star in the middle. Zero damage. Thanks for coming. One experience. That's it then. Yes, I believe this settles things. I never thought they'd combine into one super creepy sheep. Given what we did to them, I doubt they'll return. But just to be sure. Next time, my fluffy friends, I'll play with you even harder. Understood? Now go! That one on the left went right into that pond. My. So the peeping Tom turned out to be monsters. We can't be absolutely sure, but it's very likely. We taught them a lesson, so I don't think they'll be back. One or two of those guys I understand, but don't you think it's a little weird that so many were coming? It's very odd indeed. This is the first time we've had such a thing. Something must have happened. Maybe it has something to do with the earthquakes. Earthquakes? Well, I mean, sometimes monsters go a bit wild because of earthquakes. Maybe their habitat got messed up after a bad quake or something like that. It's certainly believable. Believable as it is, there's not much we can do about a natural disaster. If they show up again, I'll just have to give the guild a ring. Yeah, go for it. I'm always up for a chance to relax in your bath again. Well, if we were going to come for a bath, I'd prefer to do it on our downtime. You guys are welcome in the baths anytime, on the job or no. I owe you for today. If anything comes up, you'll be the first I call. Yeah, later. Bye, Mrs. Mal. Alright, that takes care of that. Hold on, let me pop in here. Never mind. I thought that dude was Ricky for a second. I was like, are Anton and Ricky here now? No, they should still be over by the gate. Let's see. Alright, there's the parts one. I don't remember anything about this one. So Eric, first floor front desk, right? So we'll have to go talk to him, and there's still the Caldia tunnel thing to set up. So we'll go talk to Eric first. Because just setting up the third one in the Caldia tunnel might automatically progress the game. Also, I need to check for any potential hidden quests. I don't think there's been one just yet, but I'll take our next break to confirm whether or not there is one. Might not be until post-chapter. Alright, Central Factory, what you got for me? Why don't I remember this quest at all? Is it you? Nope, you're Hazel. God, everyone has something to say. I like you, Falcom, but now's not the time. Did I read that right? First floor maintenance desk. Oh, it's this dude. Welcome to the Central Factory maintenance desk. Are you looking for something? Aren't you the one looking for us? Me looking for... Wait. Are you guys bracers then? Yes, we saw your request on the board. Thanks for coming. I really am in a bit of a fix. Anyway, do you have time to hear about the problem? Yeah, sure. To get right to it, it sounds like you're looking for something. Yes, I'm looking for some small orbment parts. I was going around checking to see if the equipment in here was unharmed. And I guess they all spilled out of the hole in my pocket while I was moving around. You had a hole in your pocket? Yeah, that'd do it. Yeah, this is totally my mistake. I knew it was starting to tear, but, well, I was freaking out when the earthquake happened, and I just stuffed them in my pocket without thinking. So, they tumbled from your person while you were walking around. Yes, I believe we grasped the particulars of this case. So the job is to search for those parts. Yes, that's right. But many orbment parts are delicate little things. Seeking them out sounds like quite the arduous task. Now that you mention it, that does sound like a pain. Yeah, I think so too. But fear not, I have a secret weapon for you. A secret weapon? Please, use this. Metal detector. What's this? So this is a bit of an oddball metal detector we've invented. This metal detector can pinpoint specific metals. In other words, you can select a specific metal to search for. That does sound pretty incredible, but what does it have to do with the job? A lot, of course. I think I get it. If we set it to search just for the kinds of metals used in the parts... I see. So in other words, it can be set to respond only to the parts. Okay, so that's how it works. Yes, exactly. Get close to something that looks promising, then use the detector. If there are any parts, there should be some kind of response. Yeah, got it. This machine will be a big help, but we'd still like to cut down the areas we have to search. When you dropped the parts, do you remember where you'd been? I was in the workshop on the 3rd floor and the lab on the 4th floor. I've already checked the elevator and hallways, so please just focus your search on those 2 rooms. The 3rd floor workshop and the lab on the 4th floor, Alright, understood. I think there should be about 8 parts that I lost. If you could find at least half, it'd be a big help. Well, we'll do our best. If we find any parts, we'll come back here. Yes, please do. I'll also ask you to return the detector then. Do you have any other information to share with us? If not, we'll begin searching. Yeah, there is one more thing. Give the lab on the 4th floor a real one-over. I played with Antoine while I was up there for a bit. I'm sure I probably dropped a bunch of parts there. Antoine? You mean the cat living in the factory? Yeah, that Antoine. He can be pretty cute, but this time I'm kinda annoyed with him. Well, I mean, I'm not trying to blame him, but I'm sure I lost a lot of parts playing with him. Now I feel kinda bad for Antoine. Well, let's get to it. Good luck. I'm counting on you guys. Roger that. We'll be back when we find something. Alright, I'm actually gonna save the game and hold off on doing that one. Yeah, save over this one. Don't need that file. That was before I changed the resolution. Alright, let's go into Caldia Tunnel. That one sounds kind of, like it's gonna take a while. So I'd rather just read where all the parts are. Just in case there's like a weird, like, BS requirement, like, oh, he forgot to mention this room, and if you pick a part up in that room, you'll get the extra bracer points, or something like that. You never know. Trails loves to do that bullshit. Tell you to go somewhere else, and it turns out that there's like an additional thing in a place they didn't tell you to go. That's a very Trails quest thing to do. Alright, so our Next part should be near the bridge that, like, is at the halfway point, I think. Over by where the orbit charging station is. Which is, like, what, right here? Let me use this thing first. Why not? Let's see. This is the place we're after. The first bridge in the Caldia Tunnel, right? Uh-huh. We just need to set up on either side of the bridge, I think. There's an orbital charging device over there, so this is a bad spot. Which means... Okay, and point the antenna down the tunnel just so... Yeah, this should be okay. Estelle, putting the device here should work. Should I set it up? Okay, I'll start setting it up. Give me just a minute. All done? Well, flip the switch as hard as you can. Flipping now. Yay, now it works. Well done. Hey, Estelle! Huh? It's Annalise and Agate. Annalise and Agate too. Huh? Estelle, Shara, it's been a while. Yeah, it certainly has. You look well. What the heck? You guys got a friggin' family going on here at this point. Even Tita's here. Been a while, short stuff. Well, short stuff? That's mean. But it has been a while, yeah. What the? She's so cute! Who is this cutie pie? Estelle, have you been holding out on me in the cute sister department or something? You could say that, I guess, yeah. This is Tita, the granddaughter of Professor Russell of Zeiss. That right, cool. I'm Annalise Elfeed. Nice to meet you, Tita. Yeah, nice to meet you too. Oh, and the Airbonian's with you. Great. What are you doing here anyway? What a silly question, my good Raven. Do I need a reason to help lovely damsels in their trials? Man, you guys, kinda got it hard, it looks like. Oh, it's manageable. Not quite sure I'd say that. Anyway, what are you two doing out here, Agate? Did you come looking for us? Nah, just a coincidence. We're in the middle of chasing down some clues about the Sky Bandits in the Intelligence Division. Huh? The Sky Bandits in the You mean there are guys from those still on the loose? That's right. There are men from both still on the run from the army. Do you have a lead on their whereabouts? Well, the guild's had witness calls pouring in. Most of them aren't all that reliable, though. We've been running around trying to find the needles in the haystack. More importantly, I heard, you guys encountered one of Ouroboros' henchmen in Rouen, right? Yeah. A weirdo in an opera suit calling himself the Phantom Thief. His questionable fashion sense aside, his power was, frankly, terrifying. If we'd tried to engage him directly, I'm not sure it would have gone well for us. Whoa! That's the first I've ever heard Shara talk about someone like that. Ouroboros really is dangerous in that case. More like a total friggin' question mark at this point. Anyway, remember you need our help, just say the word. The guild will be able to reach us easy. Yeah, we'll do that. Ditto for you, Agate. If anything happens, get in touch with us. We'll be there in an instant. I think we'll be okay. But I'll hold you to that if it comes down to it. Anyway, this ain't the best spot for a leisurely chat, you know? We gotta get moving. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Agate? Short stuff? Well... No, sorry. It's nothing. Yeah, whatever. Anyhow, give my best to Russell, will you? And don't spend too much time messing with machines, okay? Make sure to find some time to be a kid. Okay. But Agate, be careful, okay? You always do really dangerous things because you're so stubborn. Well, you've gotten good at giving it back, short stuff. Well, yeah. I gotta start growing up sometime, right? Agate can't lift a finger against Tita, huh? Well, see you guys. Estelle, Tita, let's hang out when we get together next. You bet. Okay. Man, I didn't expect to meet those two. Kinda looks like they're okay though. They sure haven't changed too much. I gotta admit, I'm having trouble imagining what their travels together are like though. Annalise has a very straightforward, open personality. She actually makes a good contrast to Agate's quiet and moody determination. Tita? Eep! Huh? What? Who? Estelle? What's up? You're kind of spacing out. Was I? I was just, surprised is all. Surprised? At what? Well, I, didn't know Agate had a girlfriend. You mean Annalise? No way! They're just partners on a job, Tita. What? You see, Tita, we split into teams to investigate the society in multiple parts of Liberl at once. She's watching his back, not whispering sweet nothings into his ear. That is a concept. Oh, I get it. Yeah, that is kind of funny. Funny? Aw, I bet it isn't for you, Tita. Still though, remnants of the bandits and the intelligence goons. Both groups do seem to be involved with the society in some way. With a bit of luck, Agate and Annalise should find us some useful clues. We'd better do our best too. Anyway, right here is fine, right? Yes, and that's the last instrument in place. Let's return to the operations room in the factory and check in with Professor Russell. Right, 5th floor of the factory. And here is where we stop. So that's one big advantage of taking Shara instead of Agate with us at the start of the game. Because I remember this scene and this, like, exactly how it plays out. It's fantastic. Oh, Tita gets all jealous because she thinks that Agate has a girlfriend. Tita has a big crush on Agate. Aw. Alright, when we pick up next time, we'll go back into the factory. I'll take care of what's-his-face's quest, Eric. We'll find his parts, give them to him, and then go check in with Professor Russell. I should probably go turn in all these quests to KillScottKill too. I've been stockpiling the entire chapter's worth. Alright, see you guys in the next one.